that a deal breaker? Deal breaker. Money I lie. Is that a deal breaker? Deal breaker. Baby I lie. Is that a deal breaker? Deal breaker for you.
Y'all ready? I know y'all ready. Y'all been waiting for this, and I've been waiting for this. I'm super excited. So let's get it started. All right. Welcome to Deal Breakers. Our top batch edition. This is my first feature show. I'm super excited. Thank y'all so much again for being here and being part of my first show. This is a show that will be hosted by me every Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So tonight we have a top batch edition with our special guests Betty Boo, Hoops, Freezy, and Frosty. They are all top badges, so please make sure when they come up, y'all hit them with the faves and make sure y'all show them some love. Again, thank y'all for being here. Now, Betty Boo will be choosing between these three guys that each come with three deal breakers, and we will be revealing each deal breaker per round. Now, Betty Boo also comes with her own deal breakers. Could it be that she's very needy for attention when it comes from her partner? Or could it be that she's obsessive with celebrities? Or could it be that she showers every other day? I knew I smelled something in the room. But stay tuned because we will find out if it's her. All right. Now, everyone, please welcome Betty Boo. Hi, Betty.
Hi.
How you feeling tonight?
I'm okay.
You
Little rushed.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a good okay or all right okay?
I'm all right. Okay. I was a little rushed today.
Okay. Got
I'm
it. Got
here.
it. All right. Now, so let's get to know you a little bit, Betty. Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you on your top badge. You
Thank
are
you.
our newest top badge on the app. So congratulations on that. Another thing, so Betty Boo, let's get to know you a little bit, right? Where you from?
I am from Toronto, Canada.
Okay, nice, Canada. And ooh, now, how old are you?
43.
43 years old. Nice. And what is your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
An Aries. Nice. All right. And what is it that you do for a living?
I am a makeup artist and I also have my own cleaning business.
Oh, nice. So, you're a makeup artist, and so what do you do? Your own makeup? Do you have like do you work in a business where you do makeup? How
Well,
does
I,
that go?
I freelance, so I just get whatever job, I apply for, whatever. I do
Okay.
weddings. I'm constantly being booked throughout the summer and spring. Um, but I also do movie makeup, so I work on set
Oh,
on the movie
nice.
sets. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. And for your business, your cleaning business, you say you own a cleaning business, right? Okay. So what kind of cleaning do your business do?
It's mostly residential, but I do have some commercial. I have
Okay.
yeah, contracts with some like luxury lake house,
Oh, nice.
like rent. Yeah, so
Have
I
you
do
tried
that with
like
some.
doing like hotels and things like that, or they
Oh
have
no,
their own private company?
no hotels,
No,
no hotels.
you don't want to take it there. I get it. All right, all right. So now, Betty Boo, how long you been single for?
A year and a half.
Okay, and so you have you been dating in this past year and a half?
Um, yes, but it was it was a bad experience, so I kind of it was like no more.
Was it a bad experience? How many people have you dated? Don't mind telling us in this past year and
Um,
a half,
a few.
and they all have been bad.
Yeah, I haven't dated anybody since January.
Okay, was it because of the last guy that you dated?
Yep.
You wanna know what happened? You wanna let us know what happened?
You really want to know?
Yeah, we wanna
He was
know.
married. He admitted
He
he was
was
married.
married.
Yep.
Oh my God. Come on, guys. Really? If you're married, let the lady know that you're married. Maybe she'll be down for a little fun, right? Why wait to get caught? All right. Now, what do you I'm so sorry. That just is crazy. That men really do these type of things, especially after being married. You have a whole family and things like that. Kind of sucks that we have these type of men in this world. All right. All right. Now, what kind of man do you look for? What do you want from a man? What do you want him to bring to the table?
Well, honesty, consistency,
All right.
reliability. You know,
Oh,
just
definitely.
I just want consistency mainly because
Okay. No, definitely. Consistency is definitely a main thing, when it comes to a relationship. You got to show the person that you want them every single day. It's not just today and then tomorrow, you don't,
but
right. There's no effort. Oh my God. Um, okay. Now, where would you like to be taken on your first date?
um anywhere really. I guess it depends on the mood.
Okay. You say anywhere because I mean, I'm pretty sure it cannot just be anywhere.
Well,
They might,
I don't know. I'm not McDonald's. Get out of here.
right? That's what I'm saying. It cannot just be anywhere. So,
um, like I'm open to a walk on the like on the beach, going out for dinner, going to like you can't go to a movie because you can't really talk. So the first date you want to go somewhere where you're able to like
right.
have a conversation and get to know one another, right? So definitely not a movie, but something adventurous like a escape room or mini
Ooh.
putting, anything like that.
I like escape rooms. Escape rooms actually teach you how smart can you be when it comes to survival. You know, yeah, I like escape rooms. I did it. I tried it one time, and it was very fun. We actually escaped, so I felt smart. But all right, now, so have you ever been married before?
Um, I was never married, like I never walked down the aisle, but I was in a committed relationship for 22 years.
Wow, 22 years. So basically married. That's basically married.
Yes.
Without the papers. All right. Do you have children from this relationship?
Great.
Three children for the okay, nice. All right, so you're very experienced when it comes to being in a relationship, in a long-term relationship, which is a plus. It definitely is a plus. All right, nice. All right, so now, Betty Boop, I will want to introduce the guys, right? We're gonna get the bring the guys in. You ready for them?
Ready to have
Yeah,
Liberty?
let's get them.
Let's go.
All right. Now, for those who just joined, this is Deal Breakers each and every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your host, Di Diamante, and today we have Betty Boo as our special guest, and she will be choosing between these three great guys that we're gonna introduce at the moment. We have our first top batch Hoops, then we have top batch Freezy and top batch Frosty. They all come with three deal breakers each that we will be revealing per round. Betty Boop will be eliminating dependent on their deal breakers, right? But Betty Boop also comes with her own deal breaker. Could it be that she's very needy for attention when it comes to her partner? Or could it be that she's obsessive with celebrities? Or can it be that she showers every other day? That sounds crazy, but yeah, stay tuned and we're gonna find out at the end of the show. Now, I would like to bring in the guy guest, and our first guest is Top Batch Hoops. Everybody, please welcome Top Batch
What
Hoops.
is
Let's go
going
ahead with the
on?
stage. Hoops, what's
So
going on, man? How
happy
you
to be
feeling
here for
today?
the first featured show. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Thank you so much for having me.
yes. Thank you for being part of the show today. I
You're more
appreciate
than
you.
welcome. You're more than welcome.
Yes. Now, for those who don't know, Hoops is a top badge, and he's been on the app for a while. He also has his own feature show, right? It's
Yes, I
called
do.
Is it Dancing with the Stars or something? What is it called?
Search for the Star.
Search for the
It's like a
Stars.
competition-based style singing show. Got the finale tomorrow. It's gonna be a great show, so I can't wait.
Yes, definitely. All right. So make sure y'all hit him with the favor and go check out his show. All right. So Hoops, let's get to know you a little bit. So
Yeah.
where are you from?
I am actually from New York.
New York City. Is it the city? Wait. Is it the city?
I'm upstate, but I'm in
Oh,
New York.
okay. You don't count. You don't count.
I don't count. All right.
All right. So we have Hoops from New York, right? All right, Hoops. Now, so how old are you?
I am actually 30 years old.
30 years old. And what is your zodiac sign?
I am a Scorpio, actually.
Scorpio. Nice. And what do you do for a living?
I am currently full-time streamer.
Okay, nice.
Doing
Hey,
well.
listen, when you can make it, you can make it, right? All right. So now, what do you like to do for fun besides streaming?
I like to sing, I like to rap, play basketball. I do some poetry. I like to
Okay.
go out, do camping, really just anything outdoors. I'm really big on just, trying new things and just really exploring, just things that interest me and just trying to find new ways to, experience new things.
Oops, I'm sorry, I forgot to take that off.
So
It's a rookie move, you know.
yeah,
But
I do it all the time. I do it all the time, so I get it.
right.
But yeah,
All right.
that's kind of in a nutshell. Some of the things I enjoy.
Right. Okay, definitely nice. All right. Now I will bring in our next guest. So everybody that was Hoops, make sure I hit them with the fave. And now we bring our next guest. Our next
Um,
guest is Top Batch Freezy. Everyone, please welcome Freezy to the show.
Breezy,
How y'all doing today? What up with
my
your
guy.
Going
doing
on?
this time?
How
I
y'all
see you,
feel? How you
brother.
feeling today, Freezy?
I'm feeling amazing. I'm feeling amazing. How everybody doing today?
You're doing all right,
I'm
man.
doing great.
Maintaining.
I
Yes,
see the
indeed.
fade, looking sharp. I see you. I see you. All right. All
With the
right,
drip.
Freezy, let's get to know you a little bit. So where are you from?
I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay, Tennessee. Nice. And how old are you?
I'm 43. I had a birthday last Monday. I just turned 43.
Oh, well, happy belated birthday.
Yeah,
1988.
yeah. Yeah, I ate babies.
Okay, okay. Nice. And what is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
Leo. Nice. All right. And what is it that you do for a living?
I do stuff with computers.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I do stuff with computers.
Okay, nice. And what do you do for fun? What do you like to do for fun?
I like to play chess. All kind of stuff. I like to gamble, of course. Travel. Uh,
Okay.
read books.
All right. Nice. Interesting. All right. So now, so I will be. This is Top Batch Freezy. We're gonna get to bring in our next guest. So everybody, please make sure you hit Freezy with the fave, and we bring in our next guest, which is Top Batch Frosty. Everybody, please welcome Top Batch Frosty. What's going on, Frosty? How you feeling today?
What's good, y'all? What y'all got going on?
My brother, man, Frosty. What's going on?
What's up, brother? What's good?
My guy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now, Frosty, let's get to know you a little bit. Where are you from? Where are you located?
Oh, I'm actually from Miami, Florida, but currently in Canada. You know.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. And that's a big difference, right? Going from Miami, from the heat to the cold,
I'm
right?
not gonna lie.
It's not always cold.
I've been asked
Warm
a
right
lot,
now.
like since I've been out here. They're like, "Why are you in Canada?" And I'm like, "Dude, have you noticed the heat wave that we're getting in Miami right now? You want to be in Canada too?" Like,
You're right. You're right. I heard there's like a hurricane or something going on, though. I hope everyone's okay over there.
knows right now. God only knows, or at least
Yeah.
Florida too.
All right, Frosty. So, how old are you?
I'm actually 31. I just
31
turned.
years old.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Okay, Cancer. I'm a Cancer also. So. Hey, shout outs to the Cancer gang.
Team Canada.
All right. Now, Frosty, what do you dedicate for your life to? What do you do for a living?
Well, what do I do for a living right now? Full-time streamer. Still working into into the idea of getting a work permit for whatever opens up possibly out here. But I'm also a full-time streamer, full-time student at Full Sail University.
Okay, nice. And what is it that you like to do for fun?
Anything fun. Like if it just presents itself, and it's actually like, sparking the mood by all means. Yeah, it could go from like, I don't know, going mudding all the way down to paintballing, airsoft, I'm afraid of heights though, so skydiving is out of the picture. But simple things like that, simple activities. Anything upon the ocean, especially going boating, fishing, all that.
Oh, definitely sounds like fun. Sounds very
Mhm.
entertaining. Definitely. All right. Well, for those that just joined, this is Deal Breakers. Each Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our new feature show to the app. Make sure y'all fave me so y'all can come check it out every single Monday. We have today our special guest, Top Badge Betty Boo, our Top Badge Hoops, Top Badge Freezy, and Top Badge Frosty. Now,
Big
these
TBE in
guys
the building.
these guys each come with 3 deal breakers each that we're gonna start revealing. The first one we're gonna reveal now. All right. So stay tuned so we could find out what was the first deal breakers. Now Betty Boo also comes with her own deal breaker that we're gonna find out at the end of the show. Could it be that she's very needy when it for attention when it comes from her partner, or is it that she's obsessive with celebrities, or can it be that she showers every other day? Stay tuned because we're gonna find out at the end of the show. All right. Now we are going to reveal our first deal breakers of the show, and we're going to start with Hoops. Now, Hoops, can you please reveal your first deal breaker?
Yeah. Lack of communication, I believe, was my very first one.
Yes, lack of communication.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Betty Boo, how do you feel about lack of communication? How do you feel about that?
Communication is extremely important.
Definitely.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I think that it's very very important to have because you're always supposed to be able to open up, but I feel like a lot of the things that I've gone through in my life that were traumatic kind of always kind of hindered me from opening up right away. So I would say it's something that I'm still currently working on, and I think that we all have things that we all need to work on, whether it's big or small. So it's
De-
definitely not something that
definitely.
it can't be fixed. But I would say that yeah, definitely it's a big one.
I mean, I believe a lack of communication can be fixed depending on your partner and how open, how comfortable they make you feel, opening up to
Yeah,
them,
I
when it
think
comes
that,
to
and that's the other, it was like opening up. Just being able to just spill it all out there. Because some people are just so forward. You know what I mean? They're just so forward. They're always
right,
just like telling you everything. And sometimes I think there can be certain things in your life that you don't want to relive. So
definitely. All right. All right. Well, that's Hoops' first deal breaker is that he has a lack of communication. Now we're gonna go with Freezy. Freezy, can you please reveal your first deal breaker?
Very friendly.
So you're very friendly. So Freezy is very, very friendly. What do you think about that, Betty Boo? What is your
Well,
opinion on
like,
that?
I mean, friendly is not necessarily a bad. How friendly? Like, are you talking to everyone going down the street?
So
You stop and
basically,
have a
he has
conversation with anybody? 'Cause that could be a problem.
he has a lot of friends, females, males, all type.
I'm tired of everybody going down the street.
How do you feel about that, Betty Boo?
I'm not for that. Some people you just want to walk straight by.
I had this friend, right? That I hated walking down the street with him because he knows everyone and he speaks to every person he walks by. So to get from one block to the other, it will take us like literally like 20 minutes just from one
Instead of the
street to the
10 it's
other
supposed to.
because he literally just talks to everyone that passes by him. And it was kind of annoying, I ain't gonna lie. But all right.
yeah, I got
So
friends like that too.
yeah. So Betty Boo, you don't like the fact that that he will be too
No,
friendly.
I'm shy and introverted, so I don't want to be talking to everybody. Like just the thought of it gives me anxiety.
Well, maybe that person could be the voice for you though. Since you're shy, maybe they'll be the ones to be able to actually talk, not talk for you, but they will know what to say just in case you're, more like stuck on what, not wanting to say anything. You never know. All right. Now, that's Freeze's first deal breaker that he is very friendly. Now, Frosty, can you please reveal your first deal breaker?
Yeah. I have a tendency for saving things for last minute.
Right. So Frosty has this thing that he saves things for the last minute. He's a last minute person.
Oh, he
How do you
procrastinates.
feel about that? Yeah,
It's not so
basically
bad.
procrastination.
I kind of do the same thing
That's what it
sometimes.
sounds like, right? I'm sorry.
What
I
was that?
said it's not so bad. I do the same thing sometimes. I
Oh,
procrastinate
so
on it.
Totally knows.
And then
Okay.
you're
so you
like,
like
oh
being
darn,
late.
I got to
It,
do this now or I'm not gonna get it done.
yeah, exactly. That's my thing. So it's like, you know what? I see like a 5 day time frame. I'm like, you know what? If it's due Friday, I can get it done Thursday night. You know, and then I get like enough time to go ahead and actually do my studies or whatever the case may be, and actually have my facts set up on top of it. And then when I come to realize like, oh crap, it's not Wednesday no more, it's Thursday night. I'm just like, all right, time to jot everything down or whatever the case may be, and I just turn it in right then and there. And next thing you know, I had a long week and fun weekend like in front of me. So I that's where my tendencies lead me to.
All right, got it. So procrastination. All right, so Betty Boo, you said that you tend to be late
Yeah,
sometimes also.
I mean, as long as you're doing it, better late than never, right?
All right. Definitely, that's definitely a good one. Better late than never. You're right about that. All right. Well, there goes. This is their first deal breakers. So we have Hoops with the lack of communication, and then we have Freezy that he is very friendly, and then we have Frosty that's like saving things for the last minute. All right. Now I will go and start. I want to ask Hoops some questions about his deal breaker, and then we move on to the next guest. All right. Now, Hoops. So
Yes.
my first question to you is right. For the lack of communication, in what ways do you lack communication skills with partners that have negatively impacted past relationships?
I think the biggest thing is that I think I've been through some traumatic experiences, and I think in that alone, it's caused me to sometimes maybe just kind of be a little bit introverted and maybe not be able to always, you know, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Express my feelings right away. Kind of just got to have a feeling out period first before I'm able to do that. But like, I feel like once I'm comfortable, like it takes me a minute just to get comfortable, and once I'm comfortable, I'm just yeah, I'm
Right.
me, you know?
All right. No, definitely. All right.
Definitely an
Um,
introvert for sure.
definitely. All right. Do you think that the increased the technology and easy of communication digitally has made it perhaps more adversive to building the skill setup?
Yeah, I do. I think that the digital community, especially apps like this, where there's people that you're meeting all the time and you're meeting with different personalities, I think sometimes it can kind of help you not be able to identify what it is that might be your toxic trait, and then you're not able to kind of like pin, or you're not able to kind of like pinpoint what it is, if it's something you would want to go for, or you're just kind of like, I don't know if I want to take that plunge quite yet.
Definitely. All right.
Technology definitely
Gotcha.
does that.
All right. Now, Freezy, I'm gonna go with your questions now. All right. Now, Freezy, your deal breaker is that you're very friendly, right?
That's
Now,
correct.
my question is very friendly similar to being overly flirty?
I don't really flirt, but I am being can and told I'm long-winded. I might see somebody in grocery store and we strike up a conversation because I'm so tall, or it's just something I become accustomed to because of my height. A lot of people like to stop and talk to me. As we did, I played basketball, and I
Gotcha.
told them I had inspiration of being a horse jockey, and I asked them did they ride horses, and they get offended.
Really?
Yeah,
That's why I tried riding a horse before and I loved it. To tell you the truth, it was a an experience, a different experience. I'm from New York City. There's no horses out here, so I have taken this vacation to Cancun, and it was an amazing experience riding the horse. They had a beautiful white horse, and I was like, that's the horse I want to ride right there. And it definitely wasn't a great experience. Yeah,
hey,
I
I know.
love it. I love
Hey
it.
D, did you set it up on purpose? Like it says like D Demonte, Betty Bum, Hoops, Freezy's Frosty. It's like a little riddle. By the
Oh
way, you
yeah,
got the
right, right. Definitely is. All right, definitely. All right. Now, Freezy, my other question is right. Do you think your friendly behavior is seen as trying to play the field?
Yeah, it can be. That's why you have to be secure, and you want to be accountable for your actions, and you want to step across those boundaries that's set for you. You know.
All right, definitely. All right. Now, do you usually get in trouble because a stranger pursues you after being so very friendly?
Uh, no,
No, you never
but
got in trouble.
it takes two to tango.
No, you're right. You're right. But so after you being friendly, have you ever felt someone actually kind of, how can I say, stalking you or something like that?
Yeah, you get there sometimes. I think you got to draw the line at cooking dinners and plates. A good meal to keep you coming back. So you gotta draw the line somewhere.
No, right. You're right about that. All right, all right, all right. Now, the last question, right? Does your partner get upset, right, due to you being so friendly with knowing your
Uh,
past relationships?
because they know I am. I'm the same way all the time. So,
No.
so
So
if you're upset with me, then you just don't like me. Period. That's what it is.
have they ever thought you was actually flirting instead of being friendly? Have they ever been like, oh, you was flirting with that girl, or anything like
All the
that?
time.
All the
All the
time?
time. Yeah, but when you let people, when you are being truthful and you have people in your circle, then they know you genuine. It's when you try to keep those secrets or try to not be accountable for your actions, and you gotta realize other people have feelings too and see their point of view. And if you step out of line, account for the wrong that you did.
Right. All right. Well, there you go. That's Freezy's answers to the questions I asked him. And now we're going to Frosty. Now, Frosty, your first deal breaker was that you like saving things for the last minute, right?
Uh-huh.
So my first question to you is, so what is a big thing that you've been negatively impacted by due to your procrastination?
Honestly, not just trying to like relate back to it. I couldn't give you exactly something negative, but it's just the idea constantly like running back in the like back of my mind. That I think that I could get away with it as long as I can. You know, like
Okay.
saving things for last minute constantly. It's like, yo, like this is eventually your good luck streak is gonna run out. You
No,
know,
definitely.
and I'm pretty sure that like definitely can relate inside of relationships and whatnot.
Gotcha. All right. Now, my other question is, do you think procrastination is another word for lazy, or is it the priority scale just like slightly different?
I'm not gonna say lazy, but
Okay.
how many times have you went ahead and actually woken up the next day from having a full blown day and actually made your bed before
No.
you went to work? All right,
Right.
you made
All
it
right.
just
So
before you went to work, or did you make it just as soon as you got out of bed?
no, you're right. Listen, I procrastinate sometimes, so I know what you mean. You
So
know.
it doesn't mean that you're lazy or anything along that sort. Lazy is a term for people that actually decide to throw it out there by all means. But me personally, you still got it done, didn't you?
Huh?
Still brush your teeth also, you know what I'm saying? Like you still got your shoes on and actually went out to work, right?
Right. You still did what you
Whether
had to
you're
do.
running late or not, you still got it done.
You're right. So it's basically not being lazy. It's just you're gonna make it happen. It's just you wait for the last minute. So
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
when it says 11:50 on the clock and I gotta be there by midnight, yo, I'm on my way. I'm on
You're
my
flying
way.
out the
I
door.
want you to know that the extra 15 minutes I took was for beauty sleep, but I'm on my way.
Right, right, right. All right, got
You
you, got
started
you.
15 minutes ago, but now here we are at 10 minutes, you know?
Definitely. All right. Well, there you go. That's Frosty on with his first answer to his first deal breaker. For those who just joined us, this is Deal Breaker each and every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I am your host, Diamante, and today we have our special guest, Top Badge Betty Boo, and we have Top Badge Hoops, Top Badge Freezy, and Top Badge Frosty. Each one of them come with 3 deal breakers each that we review each round. We had just reviewed our first deal breaker and they answered to the first deal breaker questions I've asked. Now we are gonna move on to our second round, which is the elimination round. All right. Now Betty Boo also comes with her own deal breakers. Could it be that she is very needy when it comes, to having her partner's attention? Or could it be that she's obsessed with celebrities? Or could it be that she showers every other day? Tune in. Wait, I'm sorry. Stay tuned, and we will find out at the end of the show. Now, um, this is the second round, which is elimination round, right, Betty? I will be revealing the deal breakers myself in a random order, so that way you don't know whose deal breakers it belongs to who, right? So again, you will be eliminating one of the guys depending on the deal breaker, our second deal breaker of the night. All right. Now, you ready, Betty Boo, for the second deal breakers? All right. Let's hear them. Now, our first random deal breaker is that they are not affectionate. They are not affectionate. They don't like being affectionate, right? Our second deal breaker is that they're not willing to work as a team, right? And our third deal breaker is that they have a problem living in the same place for too long, right? So they like moving a lot, right? Now, let's go with your first opinion to the first one that I said was the not affectionate. So one of these guys is not affectionate. How do you feel about that?
That is a deal breaker for me because my love language is words of affirmation and physical touch.
Physical touch, which is to be very affectionate, right? Ooh, all right. Now,
Spicy in
so,
here,
so
quick.
that's definitely one of the deal breakers. All right. Now, what do you think about the not willing to work as a team? What is your opinion on that one?
I mean, like, I need that to be defined a little more.
All right. So not work as a team. I could say basically maybe they like to do things on their own. They very, how can you say, I don't want to talk for the person, but but they like doing things on their own. Basically, they like to achieve their goals on their own instead of working as a team. If I could say that.
I mean, I guess, like, I don't know if that's not so bad, but like, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you want to be working as a team.
You're right. It's something that you would like to basically,
So I don't know
you
how
know,
I feel about that when it
as
depends.
two, you should be one, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know. So you say you don't know how you feel about that. So let's go on with the third deal breaker. So the third deal breaker is that they have a problem with living in the same place for too long. Now, how do you feel about that?
That's totally fine with me.
So you will be
Change it.
okay with moving from place to place?
Yep.
Okay. Would that affect your job or anything like that?
Not at
No?
all. I can work anywhere. I'm a
Okay.
makeup artist. I can work anywhere.
No, you're right. You're right. You could just go. You could
And even
go.
even with the cleaning business, no matter where I go, people are gonna need their house cleaned or so.
You can go to
I can show up
Antarctica
that need
and
work. I can hire the girls. But yeah, so I don't. It doesn't bother me. Let's go. Where are we moving to?
okay, sounds good. All right. So now, out of those 3 deal breakers, which is not affectionate, number 2, not willing to work as a team, and number 3, they have a problem with living in the same place for too long. Out of those 3, we have to eliminate one of those deal breakers.
No
Um,
affection. Can't do that.
so we're gonna eliminate the one that's not affectionate.
Mhm.
Okay. So now the guest with that's not affectionate, please raise your hand.
Oh, you got me.
Freezy, Freezy. I ain't gonna
What's
lie.
up?
When that came up, when you gave me that deal breaker, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be hard because she told me she likes she likes affection. So I was like, maybe that's gonna be one that's gonna be a deal breaker for her. And but so now I have a question for you, Freezy, about the non-affection, right? Because you said not being affection, right? Does that basically, so you're very friendly, right? But you're not affectionate,
Yeah,
right?
I don't do like all day. Like
You don't like
I gotta,
touchy.
I
You're
got,
a touchy
I gotta
feely.
have my space. Like you gotta give me some space. I don't need you around me 24/7.
So are you at least into cuddling, massages?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But like,
So so
not
you
like
will
a.
cuddle, you will give massages, right?
But you know, sometimes you get is some people can't keep their hands off you. You know, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Good question. Because a lot of people don't like being affectionate in the outside world, but when they indoors,
Yeah,
they actually, are more affectionate. Is it more of
yeah.
a outside thing, or is it an indoor thing, or just in general?
It's an outside thing. I
Public
mean,
displays of affection, I'm not into that either, really.
You
yeah.
don't like being in public? What? You don't like being affectionate in public?
Not
For me, I think it like for the people who don't have a couple, it makes them feel some kind of way. So I don't like to do that. I think that's more of a private, more special between you
I agree with that.
and
Gotcha.
your spouse. Yeah.
All right. Well, Freezy, can you please reveal your last deal breaker you came with tonight?
Oh shoot. Why you gonna put me on the spot like that?
Hey, we already put you on the spot, so might as well
I
let it
rather
out.
I rather deal with solutions than problems. Like I don't like people complainers and always got is negative negative. We
Right.
understand there's a problem.
Find a
Let's
solution.
get to the
Fix it.
Straight to
solution.
the point.
Yeah.
I
I
No,
think
don't want to
definitely.
hear. And then I got a problem. I don't want to hear like the whole story. I just need the key details. I guess from being in the military, I just need the key points and let's execute.
Definitely. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Freezy, I'm sorry, but you was not chosen with your deal breakers today. So I'm
Man,
sorry, but you do have to exit the guest box.
all right,
Thank
it's
you
been
so much.
real.
Yeah,
I
stay tuned so
appreciate
we can
all
bring you
y'all.
back at the end of the show, all right?
Breezy,
So
it's nice
cool.
meeting you.
All
All right,
right.
nice to meet you too.
All right, guys.
Freezy,
Well,
nice
everybody,
meeting
make sure
you.
y'all hit Freezy with the fave. Make sure y'all go show him some support.
Yeah, let me
Now,
comment real quick. That'd be cool.
what's up?
No, I was gonna say if he could comment real quick so I can shoot him a face.
Oh, in the comments. I mean, I'm gonna bring everyone back up. That way we could favor each other, and then at the end of the show we could, everybody hit each other with the fave. All right.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, Betty Boo, we have two guys left. For those who just joined, this is Deal Breakers each and every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is your brand new featured show to the app, Deal Breakers, and now we have our top badge edition with top badge Betty Boo. We got top badge Hoops and top badge Frosty, which we have already revealed their first deal breakers and their second deal breakers. Right now, we don't know whose last deal breakers belong to, right, Betty Boo? So we're gonna actually reveal their second deal breakers. Now, the person with that's not willing to work as a team, please raise your hand. Hoops. So
Me.
now, Hoops, can you elaborate a little bit more? That way she will
Yeah,
understand.
I'm just an ambitious person. I am not saying that I would close the door on, wanting to aspire to have things together. I just know that I'm very strong-willed and I just like to accomplish things. But I'm always willing to accommodate.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Now, Hoops, I want to ask you some questions about your deal breaker, right? Um, Now the fact that you say that you don't work as a team, is it because you're more of a loner?
I wouldn't say that I'm a loner. I'm just very super ambitious. I've been like
Yeah.
that my whole life. Everything that's ever been put in front of me, I always find a way to get it done. That's just how I am. I came out of the womb like that. You know what I'm saying? I can't
Gotcha.
change that about me.
All right. Do you think that this is a self-preservation, or maybe you feel that if you build and grow together, then one could fall and bring you both down as well?
I mean, I think two strong-minded people, strong-willed people could maybe potentially not balance each other out because they have differing of opinions, and those can cause confrontation. Confrontation can then cause arguments, and then it could potentially cause you guys not being together. So
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Now, Frosty. So now, obviously, yours is that you have a problem with living in the same place for too long. Now, is it that you get homesick or anything like that? Like from your no?
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so
What if you were living in your dream home or your dream country or city, or what do you feel about that?
that's my thing. So like until further notice, like the human mind goes ahead and processes a lot of things. Knowing exactly where home is at is actually one of them. So it's like I'm not homesick from a home that I've already been away from. I'm homesick for a home that I haven't found yet,
Okay.
and that's where I'm still on the search for.
Gotcha. All right. All right.
This is why I travel.
Now, gotcha. So if you did have your home dream house, right? Your dream house, would you still relocate even though you have what you wanted already? No.
Absolutely. Why would I?
All right.
Dream home. I'm living the dream, literally.
Right.
Like, why would I want to leave that?
So now, how does this habit impact your life? The fact that you every time that you're settled somewhere, you get tired of your home, you want to go somewhere else. How does that impact your dating life?
Well, considering the fact that I'm a full-time streamer right now and also full-time student, my schooling is online and I take streaming already everywhere that I go.
Gotcha.
So it's not too impactful. I mean, the time differences, though, yeah, that could definitely mess me up. I'm not gonna lie about that one. So
Definitely.
the lag is real. But other than that, though, it doesn't really affect me too much.
All right. Got it. Well, for those who just joined, this is the elimination round, the third elimination round. So Betty Boo, we will be revealing their third deal breaker, which they will reveal themselves. And after they reveal their deal breakers, we will eliminate one of them depending on all three deal breakers. All right. So for now, I want to give a big special shout out to the top 5 gifters of the stream. We have Nurse Joy as number 5. Number 4, we have Freezy. Number 3, we have Piper Down. Number 2, we have Nini, and number 1, we have EXO. Now, the number 1 of the stream will be getting a show boss flyer for being the number 1 gifter of the stream. Now, okay, so we have our third round coming up where we're gonna reveal our last and final deal breaker. Again, Betty Boo also comes with her own deal breakers, right? Could it be that she is needy for attention when it comes to her partner? Or could it be that she's obsessive with celebrities? Or does she shower every other day? We're gonna find out, so stay tuned. Now, Hoops, we're gonna go and reveal our last and final deal breaker. Can you please reveal your last deal breaker?
according to what I put down, is not showing effort.
Not showing any effort. He doesn't show any effort.
Oh my God.
Right. So now, Betty Boo, how do you feel about that?
Oh.
There's got to be effort. There's got to be effort.
There's definitely got to be some type of effort, right?
I have a rebuttal, but I'll let you guys finish your spiel.
Okay. I kind of want to hear it. Can we hear it?
Yeah. When I say like not showing effort, it's I guess I should probably because I'm the type of person that I show so much effort and I have a lot of expectations from my partner to reciprocate that same energy in return. Because I think that effort, once you show that, it's showing them that you're interested, that you're not going to go anywhere, that you're actually loyal to that person, and that you want to see them, hopefully, see something that maybe they didn't see in themselves, and you guys culminate together and be one.
Definitely. All right. Now, Frosty. I mean, I'm sorry. So, Betty Boo, do you have anything to say about that? No. All right. Now, Frosty, what is your third and final deal breaker?
Oh man.
I
Well,
was gonna say it.
earlier, and I gave it the sauce, bro. I'm actually taken and living in a different country.
Right. So he said Frosty is taken in a different country, right? So you know what the problem, you know what? I will say the problem afterwards. But what do you think about that, Betty Boo? You have nothing to say about that.
No.
Are you okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're okay with someone actually having another partner in a different country?
I mean, if you're wait, say that
So
again.
oh, so he has a
I don't
partner.
think I heard that right.
Yeah, he has a
Oh,
partner in another country. So he is in a relationship already in another country.
And he's dating in
So
oh
he is willing to date in this country. It's a
well.
different country. It's different rules. I don't
Okay.
know.
So right now, in my like where I'm at right now mentally, I'm okay with that because I don't want to be serious, especially after the experience I had dating with the married guy and blah blah blah. I'm not looking to be serious, so I would date, but
Where have you been all my life?
but intimacy, I'm not for that. I'm not into sharing, so there would never be any intimacy. It would just be strictly like
Which is completely
dating,
understandable.
And then
Okay.
like if it started to get serious, I wouldn't be okay with that. Like I don't ever want to
So
be the other woman.
Obviously not.
there
That's
is
that's
there
I
is
get.
one slightly problem though, right? Um,
And if we started like just dating, feelings could start to get involved, and then it could get messy, especially if there's someone else involved. And then there's jealousy, and then there's like, yeah, it can get really messy and sloppy. So.
you
Yeah,
know what's bad though? That Frosty, where you said you was at the moment?
I'm in Canada.
So what country is it that your partner is in?
She's in Canada.
And Betty Boo, what country you in?
Canada.
I just came out here a month ago
What province
too.
are you in? What province are you in?
Alberta.
He's too far.
All right, you're too far.
Hoops
Okay.
wins.
Well, hey, listen. At the end of the day, we have to eliminate one of these guys, Betty Boo. And we're gonna find out who will be getting eliminated any second now. So now, Betty Boo, you have to choose between hoops that come with a lack of communication, not willing to work as a team, and don't show any type of effort. Now we have Frosty that is save things for the last minute, have a problem with living in the same place for too long, and is currently taken in your country. Um, so
Well,
now,
like the Canadians.
so
Not gonna lie. We can have a chat about that later.
so now, it's up to you, Betty Boo, to choose and eliminate one of these guys. Who will you be
I
eliminating?
justified all mine. I'm just saying.
He did. Oh man, this is hard. Oh. So for me with hoops and his deal breakers, he doesn't like to. He said he doesn't like to like open up and communicate, and he said he doesn't want to relive traumas and whatnot, right? For me, I feel like the person that your partner, the person that you're going to spend time with, it's good to tell them everything that your past, because they
I
might
think it just doesn't
with your-
happen right
with your-
away.
with how you are, like they could think, oh, what an asshole, but then once you reveal your traumas, they could say, oh, that's why he acts like that. Because so if you're holding back, they might get the wrong idea of where you're coming from. So with that said, I gotta eliminate hoops.
All right. Oh, darn.
Hopes. Almost
That's
had it,
all good.
Hoops.
I appreciate you guys having me for real.
Definitely, Hoops. I'm sorry, but you was not chosen today. Thank you for being here. Make sure you come right back. I will be bringing you guys back in a couple of
Alright.
minutes. Let's just
Sounds good.
finish up
Thank you
this
so
show.
much for having me, man. For real.
Definitely, definitely. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere, Hoops. All right.
All right.
All right. Now, so Frosty, you have been chosen today with your deal breakers, which is that you like saving things for the last minute. You have a problem living in the same place for too long, and you currently have a relationship in in her country. With hey, you was accepted
That
with
was
those.
like that.
Frosty was like, I am gonna be the first one eliminated.
Phone call earlier. I was like, you want a deal breaker right now? I'll give you one. And
Right.
okay. And
Well,
I told you was like, yo. And I was like, tell me that's not gas. I thought I was gonna be the first one on. I ain't gonna front.
I thought you was too. But guess what, Frosty? You was actually accepted with your deal breakers, and now it's time to find out which is Betty Boot's real deal breaker. Could it be that she's needy for attention when it comes to her partner? Could it be that she is obsessed with celebrities? Or could it be that she doesn't shower every day but every other day? Now, we're gonna find out right now. Out of those three, Frosty, which one you think is the deal breaker you will not be able to deal with?
Honestly, the celebrities.
The celebrities. Why is it that why you can't date someone that is obsessed with celebrities?
You know what it is to take the highlight reel all the time?
You're right. You're right.
It is. And you have different names. Like, oh, that's right, Matthew McConaughey. My name is Frost. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, you're right. But wait, so now I'm type curious. So you wouldn't mind her taking a bath every other day?
I guarantee you the majority of people inside of this chat right now shower once every day or once every other day.
I mean, it's every other day. At least it's not once a week. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, once a
Oh
week.
my God. Person one in the comments if you shower every other day.
People go say that. You're gonna be like, yo, I shower maybe like you never had a drunk lazy day. You know, like you never had a drunk lazy day. You ever been out, worked the whole day, had a drink, and then wake up the next day and just be like, oh man, I'm late for work. I can't even rinse off or nothing like that. I used to be a bartender, and I've had an
Gotcha. All right. So, Betty Boo, can you please review your real deal breaker?
I'm needy for attention.
So she is very needy for her attention.
Okay,
For
let me
the
ask you.
record, I have OCD and I shower multiple times a day. Okay.
I have my moments, but like, I mean, I think I showered one day was actually 4 times that day. But then again, that was when I was living in Miami. You know, it's hot as hell out there, so you can understand that. But now here's my thing though. Now I got a question for you, because Freezy went ahead and actually answered that question, and there were 2 different spectrums based upon it. Like there's no PDA versus clingy, but you say you're needy for attention. So what does that mean? Where does that fall at?
I don't need attention 24/7. It's not nothing like that. I just I like if I'm in the kitchen, standing at the stove or at the sink, whatever, just come over.
Just so.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You just like a.
Head, call me, give me a text throughout the day. Say, hey, baby, I'm just thinking about you. Like shit like that. Effort.
Okay, that's normal. You see, that's just being in a relationship. Okay, because go to South Florida. Go to South Florida. Clingy, and it's not good. It's really,
No,
really.
I don't
not.
like clingy. I like to be put up on a pedestal. You're my woman, and I'm gonna show you that.
Gotcha.
You
All right.
So
Well,
mind you, I go.
Frosty, now, do you accept Betty Boo with her deal breaker?
Yeah, for sure. That should be every relationship.
Definitely. All right. Well, guess what? Congratulations to the both of y'all because y'all accepted each other's with each other's deal breakers. I'm glad that the smell I was smelling in the room wasn't Betty Boo, right? So, again, congratulations to y'all. Thank y'all so much for being part of the show. This is Deal Breakers, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time.
Yay!
Cut.
Congratulations, Dee, on your first featured show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Again, Betty Boo, thank you for joining us. I want the other guests to please come and join us again. We have Freezy and Hoops. Please rejoin us. I want to give a big, first of all, big shout outs to my admins for helping me with this show. They always been there since day one to now, helping me and making it happen. You know, getting the people to be part of my show. You know, helping me with these questions, helping me with everything that has to do with the show. I want to help. I want to give a big shout out to Nini the recruiter, KC, Typical KC, my executive producer Lucky. Thank you for always helping me and making this show possible and finally featured. Thank you so much. Also, I want to give a special shout out to all my viewers that come here every Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to watch my show. If it wasn't for y'all coming through and supporting my show, we would not be here again tonight in this feature show. Also, I want to thank, of course, my guests for making it possible, because without the guests, there ain't no show, right? So thank y'all again for accepting my invite. And I know sometimes we have personal things to do in life, and it's hard to actually dedicate yourself to someone's show for a whole hour, right? When we have things to do also on the side. I want to thank everybody again for being part of my show tonight, and especially for this Top Badge edition. Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all for being amazing streamers to this app. And you know, for those now, I would like to, for those who are here in the comments, make sure y'all hit my guests with the fave. Make sure y'all hit me with the fave. Make sure y'all hit my admins with the fave if you want to be part of the show. Make sure y'all message them. Now, I would like to ask Betty Boo, and we will go down the line. Betty Boo, so when do you stream? When can we find you, your social medias, and any events you have coming up?
So I stream every day, usually in the like nighttime, around 10ish. Sometimes I stream in the day. I do not have any events coming up. I'm taking a break from events for a moment. And my IG is linked to my bio. You can follow me there.
All right, there you go. Now, make sure y'all hit Betty Boo with a fave and go check her out in her stream. She is an amazing streamer. She is our newest top badge of the app. So make sure y'all go show her some
Congratulations,
support,
big
some
top
love.
badge.
Yes,
Congratulations.
big congratulations. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now, Frosty, let's hear about yourself. When can we find you when you stream, the social medias, or any events you have coming up?
Just be on the lookout for the notifications. That's it.
Okay, so you randomly stream.
That's it. Just take a look. You run into me, you do. If you don't, it's all good.
If they don't run into you now, they could run into you tomorrow.
Exactly.
Right?
Hey, comments, George.
You don't have any events coming up or anything like that?
In all honesty, I was thinking about doing something for, a little bit of like music lineup and whatnot, but I'm not too sure exactly how the app was going to be able to accept that, because due to copyright issues. So I still got to write them up about that. But all DJs welcome, all beat producers welcome. Go ahead and put out your work, show a little bit of interest. You already know I go to school for sound engineering and recording arts, and let's go ahead and actually spread the vibe, melodically.
Yes. All right, there you go. So that.
I forgot about that.
All right, there you go. We have our top badge Frosty. Make sure y'all hit him with the fave. Go show him some love in his stream when y'all catch him, and go show some support. Now, Freezy, what's going on, bro? All right.
Man, just
So
just
Freezy,
chilling, man.
I appreciate you for being here, part of the show tonight. Thank you so much for taking your time and being here. Now, can we please let these people know, when do you stream? Do you have any events coming up? Any social medias you would like to bring out?
Yeah, I stream every day during the daytime. I got an auction probably every weekend. I'm always up to some, I believe. Just come by the stream and kick it with me sometime. We be having fun.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Make sure y'all come.
Something like me now.
Definitely. Make sure y'all hit Freezy with the follow. Make sure favor him and go check him out on his streams. And go show some love. Now, top badge Hoops.
What's going on?
What's going on now? Hoops, when do you stream? What social media?
I stream every day, Monday through Friday. I'm very sporadic. I'm getting back into doing long hours of streaming. I also do have a featured show here on the app. The finale is tomorrow at 10 p.m. We're going to find out who the winner is. Also, I have an auction coming up on September 2nd. I'm doing Raj's auction where I'm dressing up as a gift. So that should be fun. So come win you a hoops. And also, I am going to be hosting my own auction, the second annual All Disabilities auction. So anybody who has a disability, you guys can hit me up. If you're interested, I have my own disability myself. So I'm just trying to spread some awareness. And I want to just hopefully get some people to that maybe don't get the love or recognition they deserve to get that. So I'm super excited to host it. And I'm actually doing it because last year, unfortunately, one of the individuals that was in my auction, she was fatally stabbed. So I want to keep it as a annual event.
I'm so sorry to hear that. But what you're doing is definitely an amazing thing, you know. And I wish you the best of luck with it. And I'm there to support. So definitely, everybody, make sure y'all hit Hoops with the Fave. Go check him out.
Thank you so
Go
much for
support.
having me.
Definitely, I want to thank y'all so much for being part of my first feature show. Thank y'all so much, especially.
It was nice
Yeah, thank
meeting
you,
all
guys.
you guys.
Top
Make
baggers.
sure y'all support each other. Just
Yes,
love on each
definitely.
other, man.
Nice
So
meeting
Yeah.
y'all, man.
Make sure y'all hit these amazing guests and with the Fave. Make sure y'all hit me with the Fave also, that little star. You know, it's free. All you gotta do is click on it so you can come check me out, not only on my streams, but every Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, thank you for being part of my show. This is Deal Breakers every Mondays at 8.
congratulations on that
Now,
top edge, Betty
For
girl.
sure,
Thank
man.
you,
Appreciate you
everybody. I
having us,
appreciate
man.
Did
the love,
that.
man, for real.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
thank you
let's
so
get it.
much. I'll see y'all around, man, for real.